So, let's go.
Oh, I lost the stream.
Yeah, that's because I all tabbed.
Yeah, he's ending recording so he can.
You're so
Yeah.
evil.
You'd think Monokuma would just like open a door in there, and that the elevator.
You really think Monokuma would not do something flashy?
And it's a good enough point.
So impossible.
And Hajime passes out, and you don't actually get to play this short.
No,
And it's been
no.
decided you are the killer. Goodbye. Game over. Press down 5 times to restart the game.
There's like a big ass iPad in the top right corner.
Like
I'm pretty sure Mr. Psycho already did that. Oh god, in this picture, Sword Girl really looks like Toko.
Peko is actually Toko, and it's another goddamn character from the first game.
Ah shit, I don't have enough skill points.
Melodious voice, that's a good one.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember it from the first game.
Mm. Personally, I would take off. I think what does Neutral Liberation do? Is that the one that changes the slow time one?
Focus
Neural-
gauge increases at a lower rate, so it's actually really good
Yeah,
because
that's...
he can stay in the super time in Panic Dog action longer.
Okay, I never use that. That's okay.
I abused the heck out of it.
I only use that during
I mean, there's
they use
there's
that
like
one.
no, like, because if you do focus, like it just like that's the focus for any game. It's just that's the focus for Panic Dog action. While other things are like the slow down time shit.
Yeah.
I think there's like to break the game, what you do is you grab the one that increases your focus gauge by a lot, take that one, and then take one that regains your health while focusing. So you can pretty much never run out of health.
Do I take out cheat code?
What was cheat code again?
Time limit doesn't decrease even when you shoot a statement with the silencer.
I
Wait,
mean,
it's
you have pretty good
even
names, so I would recommend against that.
Wait,
That
sorry.
one's entirely dependent on you making mistakes with the silencer. So if you're good with your silencer, you don't need it.
But is it that it doesn't deplete at all? So you have infinite time? Or is it just that silencer?
No, it just if you fuck
Yeah.
up, it prevents your
It's
fuck up.
unlimited time only during non-stop debate.
Yeah.
Everything else still has a time limit. Personally, I would take sharpness because I find that minigame to be a lot harder than any of the other ones.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave cheat code for now. I'll
Alright.
just get. No, I'm still fine with that.
Yeah, might as well keep him.
Now then, let's begin. During the class trial, you will present your arguments for who the killer is and vote for who done it. If you vote correctly, then only the blackened will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong person, I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and that person will earn the right to leave this island.
Oh, no matter how many times I hear it, it's such a cruel rule.
Now then, let's first discuss the motive. That masterpiece of gaming, Twilight Syndrome murder case.
What? Who cares about that game?
The outcome of this trial should be determined by whether or not we find Mahiru's killer.
Nevertheless, we shouldn't ignore it. After all, that game is the motive this time.
Yeah, you're right. Then let's try discussing that first.
I'm sure everyone who's beaten the game already knows that it's based on an actual murder case.
Some of us have not beaten that game. Give us a detailed explanation.
It means Twilight Syndrome Murder Case is a non-fiction game. Additionally, some of us are characters in that game too.
Why does Ibuki look like she has to pee?
Some of us are characters in a video game?
I need to screen cap this. 1 second. Damn, I can't scream cap it. It's a great line, especially with the bobbing heads. Some of us are characters in a video game.
So, I think it's better
Who
if we
would've
clarify
guessed?
who the characters in the game are first.
Meta.
So much meta. I love it.
I see! Girl A is probably Mikan Tsumiki. That timid tone. That definitely sounds like Girl A. Based on the list of names in the staff roll, I can't think of anyone else who would be Girl A.
Why am I in a video game? That's an infringement of my right to privacy.
I love this.
A nasty, trashy pig shit like you doesn't have any privacy rights. Ah, a nasty, trashy pig shit. I feel like I heard that in the game too. Huh?
I see! Girl B was short and foul-mouthed. She's probably Hiyoko.
Short and foul-mouthed? That's like the complete opposite of me.
Yeah, because you're obviously tall.
Anyway, let's move on. Next is Girl C.
That just sounds weird coming out of Chiaki's mouth.
What does?
Nasty, trashy pig shit.
Oh yeah. Oh wait, why the fuck did I say that? I'm an idiot.
I see!
Girl C is Monokuma. Definitely.
Girl C
Yes.
is Ibuki.
Girl, see? Then I'll see you next Tuesday.
What day is it today, Ibuki?
Let's move on to Girl D.
I see! Girl D is my hero. The victim in this case. Yeah, that's correct. Let's skip Girl E and talk about Guy F. I see! Aren't you Guy F?
And let's just ignore that.
I was in a game? That's fucking stupid. That reminds me.
Another person?
It was one of the names on the staff roll. The names were Sumiki, Koizumi, Sayonji, Miyota, Sato, Kuzuryu, and then another Kuzuryu.
Hold on. Why do you keep saying there were 2 Kuzuryus?
Keep saying. This is the first time he said it, you idiot.
It's not like I'm wrong. That's how it's written on the staff roll. Since you beat the game, you probably know what this actually means, right?
I can prove it with this. In the game, Guy F. Kuzuryu
Because there were 2
mentions that he has
Kuzuryus,
a
dude.
little sister.
What do you mean, little sister?
This is what Guy F said in the game. It's pretty clear. There's no doubt that Guy F had a little sister. Plus, the sister actually appeared in the game. That's why the name Kuzuryu appeared twice.
By the way, what role did Guy F's little sister, the other Kuzuryu, play?
I see! The dead high school girl who was the first victim in the game is the only person I can think of.
Based on Guy F's tone in the game, it's clear that Girl E is not his little sister. So if the only person left is the dead high school girl, then she must be Fuyuhiko's sister.
Why do you sound so fucking happy? That's a winning personality you've got there.
Winning personality? Are you praising me?
I was being sarcastic, dumbass.
Hey, you said the game is a work of non-fiction. That means Fuyuhiko's little sister is...
Yeah, I have a little sister. Something wrong with that? It's just a fucking game. Don't go mixing up some video game with reality.
It's not just a game. It's definitely based on true events.
Might have been based on true events, but you could still switch out characters and still have it be based on true events. There's a small gap in logic unless they actually say it incorrect. Nagito on that.
That's why it's the motive.
Don't go making shit up, bastard! If she was the type to die easily, I'd have fucking killed her myself a long time ago. I mean, when I first entered Hope Speak Academy, she was mouthing off to me as usual and sent me off. It happened just the other day.
About that, you're probably—
Shut the fuck up! You be quiet!
I see. So you're never gonna accept that that game is based on true events, huh? Okay, I understand your attitude toward this class trial now.
Nagito, you seem to be doubting Fuyuhiko a lot. Do you suspect he's the killer?
A mystery that easy would make me feel sad. It wouldn't be good enough to serve as everyone's stepping stone. That's why I'd be much happier if Fuyuhiko wasn't the killer.
Okay, you're starting to act weird again.
Anyway, now we've established who all the characters in the game are.
Girl A is Mikan. Girl B is Hiyoko. Girl C is Ibuki. Girl D is Mahiru. Guy F is Fuyuhiko. And the first victim in the game, that dead high school girl, is Fuyuhiko's little sister.
That's just a story in a fucking game.
If so, then Girl E is Miss Sato.
Could it be? The same Miss Sato who likes white rice?
I don't know what Sato you're talking about, but I don't think she's relevant to this case.
Maybe it's related to Gundam's last name, since they're both really plain names.
Tanaka may be an ordinary family name, but it's far better than Sato or Suzuki.
Hey, no one cares about that. Hurry!
Huh?
My, you don't know.
What?
Getting killed is so violent, don't you know?
My, such...
You guys are definitely friends.
So the mystery of the game is the murder of Girl E, correct?
Then let's hurry up and solve it. Let's first figure out why Girl E was killed.
I see! The reason reason Girl E was killed is because she killed the first victim in the game.
Which means Girl E was killed as revenge for the dead high school girl. What do you think, Fuyuhiko? Apparently Girl E was killed to avenge your little sister.
You're fucking persistent. I don't care what that game said at all.
But...
Is that true? Girl E, she killed the first victim?
in order to make that clear, we need to know more about the case involving the first victim's murder.
It's the murder that occurred in the music room. I knew it would come up, so I prepared in advance. Look, I made a map of the music room's surroundings, which was the stage of the first case.
I'm surprised you went to all this trouble.
Mapping is second nature to retro game fans.
True that.
Classic dungeon crawler RPGs have a first-person point of view, so mapping as you play is a basic...
We get it! Let's talk about that later so we can focus on the case.
Then, I'll start explaining. Girl A, Girl B, Girl C, and Girl D were at the entrance hall when they heard the sound of glass breaking. Immediately, they climbed the stairs to the second floor and headed to where they heard that sound. Girl E was in front of the music room on the second floor, and she confirmed that the sound came from in there. But the door to the music room was locked. So Girl D went to get the key from the office, and when the 5 of them were finally able to go inside, they found the victim's body, dead from a blow to the head. Because the music room's window was broken, the girls thought the killer escaped through there. The sound of breaking glass that they heard at the entrance hall seemed to confirm that. Plus, Girl E's school swimsuit was stolen, so they concluded that the escaped killer was some pervert. How does that sound?
Yep, an understandable explanation. Just as expected from the ultimate gamer who excels at clearing games.
But it wasn't a pervert, right? Wasn't the real killer Girl E?
Obviously. Girlie was waiting.
Did she lock the music room from the outside? Then she would have totally needed the key from the office.
Which means Girlie was hiding that key. We can assume she used it to lock the music room after she left it.
But Girl D was the one who went to the office to get the key to the music room, right?
I just realized the cross through Terra-Terra's face is a knife and a fork. That's amazing.
By the way, since it was never mentioned in the game, we can exclude the possibility of there being a spare key.
You can lock the music room from the inside, right? So from there, Girlie broke the window and escaped, and sprinted to the front of the music room as fast as she could before the others arrived.
She would have passed by the entrance hall where the other...
Then...
It's not cute to see an old guy sulk.
Hey, is Girl E really the killer? We haven't reached an answer yet.
Right, Joe?
Okay.
Did you alt tab again?
Yeah, all tabbed. Brown's coming.
Okay.
Oh god, I have no clue what the introduction to this was.
After she killed the first
What did
victim
Girl
in the
E
music
do?
room, what did Girl E do?
Catch the rest of it.
She just broke the
After
window in the
leaving the
music
music room, I
room
think.
Yeah.
and escaped outside.
So how did Girl E get from outside the school to the front of the music
Oh yeah,
room?
this isn't the
To go
Is it?
back to the music room from outside, you need to go through the entrance hall.
because like there's one non-stop debate in this game is fucking rough.
Four girls should have been there.
And the,
Yeah.
At the entrance hall, the girls...
like
Heard the
Justin
sound
played
of
it,
the window
he
shattering.
got down to like 30 seconds left on the clock.
And wait in front of the music room.
She probably used a hidden passage. Twilight's hidden passageway is the world's best!
After she killed the
I think
first,
you
what did
picked up
Girl
on
E
it.
do?
She just broke the window and escaped out.
So how did Girl E to the front of the mute? To go back to the you need to
Think
go
you
through
figured it out?
plus at the other 4 girls.
At the entrance, heard the sound of the window.
No, that's wrong.
Oh.
God, it's so weird
Almost.
The
listening
sound
to
the girls heard
high-pitched
wasn't the
voice.
window breaking.
The high pitched voice and the low pitched voice.
Wasn't
I like those
window.
details.
Then what broke to make that sound?
A vase.
God, it's so jarring.
Vase? How low can you go?
After the murder, a broken vase was discovered in the classroom next to the music room.
So the sound of breaking glass that the 4 girls heard wasn't the music room's window. It was the sound of the vase breaking. Probably.
Actually, the murder was nearly finished by the time the 4 girls met in the entrance hall. Girl E killed the victim in the music room, broke the window, and went to the office to get the key. With that key, she locked the music room from the hallway, returned the key to the office, and went
Okay,
back
that
to
music
wait
had
in front of
pretty
the
good
music
timing on that
room.
line.
All she had to do was break the vase in the next door classroom as the 4 girls met by the entrance hall.
To make them think the murder had just occurred and that the
The
killer had
victim just had to
escaped.
bleed out and it was done.
So, when the 4 of them ran over after they heard the sound, Girl E acted like she had just rushed over too.
I see. Now the mystery has been solved.
Wait a minute! The mystery hasn't been solved.
Who cares about the murder?
Not cool! I went to all the trouble of making this death march, so you gotta stick with it to the end!
What the heck? You're so annoying.
Fine, let's figure out the weapon. If this keeps up, I'm gonna feel like I need to shit. Which means I'll feel disgusting.
You're the disgusting one.
The weapon is pretty unconventional. The answer was revealed
Yep,
in the game,
this is the-
though.
This is not a tough debate.
Now then, will you guys be able to
Talk about
figure it
shitting all
out?
the time.
Oh, already fucking cooled this one.
A weapon inside the music room, huh? What about broken glass?
Isn't the cause of death a blow to the head?
Ugh.
Think you tucked her with the fish tank.
That's too big to be a weapon. Then the piano. Why are you going even bigger? The investigation conducts universal chaos. It's on that big a scale, too?
Yeah, this is probably the roughest non-stop debate in the game, by the way.
If it's a weapon that was used to beat them to death, it should have had blood stains.
Oh, okay. Okay.
It's on that big a scale.
Yeah, that's the agree. Remember?
A weapon inside the
Oh,
music
is that...
room,
How
huh?
do I agree again?
What about
You just
broken
fire at it like a
glass?
normal weak spot.
Yeah,
like
you
fire with the evidence
Isn't
at the normal weak
cause of
spot.
death a blow
Yeah,
to the
fire
head?
the evidence that you agree with.
Think you tucked her with the fish tank.
What?
I do remember this one. This one was really hard.
A weapon inside the music room, huh? What about broken glass?
Fish tank.
Isn't the cause of death a blow to the head?
There goes
Think
Harry.
you tucked her with the fish
The
tank.
dream.
That's too big to be a weapon. Then the piano. Why are you going even bigger? The investigation conducts universal chaos. It's on that big a scale, too?
How about beating her with gravel instead?
If it's a weapon that was used to beat them to death, it should have had
Was there a weapon with...
She beat her to death with her fists!
A weapon inside the music room, huh?
What about broken glass?
Isn't the cause of death?
Then she attacked her.
That's too big to be.
Then the piano.
Why are you going?
The investigation.
It's on that biggest.
How about beating her with gravel instead?
Damn it!
How the fuck?
A weapon inside the music room.
What about broken glass?
Isn't the cause of death a blow to the head?
Then she attacked her with the fish tank.
Do you want a hint?
That's too big to be a weapon.
Then the piano.
Why are you going
I don't
even?
want to hint
investigation
yet.
It's on that
One
Okay.
How about beating her with gravel?
If it's a weapon that was used, it should have had blood.
Was there a weapon with
I can give
bloodstains
the
on
hint.
it?
She
Probably
beat
give a
her to
better
death with
subtle
her
one than I can.
fists.
A weapon inside the music.
What about broken glass?
God damn, I have no clue.
Damn it!
A weapon inside the.
What about broken glass?
Isn't the cause of death?
Then she
Okay, this
attacked
one's
her
fine.
with the fish tank.
That's
You want the
too
hint?
big to be a-
Then the piano.
Why are you going?
The
Yes,
investigation.
go ahead.
It's on
Give
that
it a hint.
biggest.
What's a way to make a small thing
If it's a
big?
weapon that was used to beat them to death,
And a
it
large
should have had
spell.
blood stains.
That's a decent hint.
Was there
Might
a
be a
weapon
bit
with
too
bloodstains on
obscure,
it?
but yeah, it works.
She beat her to death with her fists.
Damn it!
How do you make it?
A weapon inside
Bigger.
the music room, huh?
What about broken glass?
Isn't the cause of death a blow to the head?
Then she attacked her with the fish tank.
That's too big to be.
Then the piano.
Why are you going even?
The investigation.
It's on
Once
that
you get down
biggest.
to, once I see you get down to 1 minute, I'll just straight up tell you.
I agree with that.
I got it.
Found it? All right.
Yeah, he got it. He got it.
I got it.
Did my
Killer
hint
must
help?
have used gravel to
Yes,
attack the
it did help. Although my answer was very wrong.
It did help her.
Yeah,
I
it
got
did
it
help.
right. And I was
You
just
heard
throwing
my
things out
first
there.
answer, right?
Just as I thought. I'm chosen
You
by the
went for the
gods.
I said
That's
no,
the
no,
thing.
no.
And
I mean,
gravel is
what you
impossible.
said, how do you make
It's too
stuff
small to be a weapon.
larger? A large spell,
What if
obviously.
the gravel was put inside? If the weapon is something that appeared in the game, then so is the bag. And the only thing I can think of is the school swimsuit. If you tie the swimsuit like a bag and stuff it full of gravel, it'd make an effective weapon.
Gravel inside the swimsuit? Even the ace attorney would be astonished by such a fantastic idea.
But for the killer, it's an idea that kills two birds with one stone.
Now she's a
And when
Trudy
people think
too.
the killer is some pervert, it makes sense for a school swimsuit to be stolen. And if that swimsuit was used to make an improvised weapon, it'd have to be disposed of later.
How about it, Monokuma? Are you satisfied now?
This idea is I always
Happiness
remember
you
like the
feel
core.
when the mystery you create is solved. Only producers know this feeling of ecstasy.
But the real important talk begins now. Girl E had someone who can be called an accomplice. That person was actually Girl D.
Girl D. You're talking about Mahiru, right?
Huh? Mahiru is...
The piece of face that became an important clue in the music room murder. Girl D got rid of it.
And apparently the reason Girl E committed murder in the first place was to protect Girl D. Girl D was being harassed. Girl E found out and tried to stop it. And they ended up...
And she felt a rush of anger and ended up killing her.
But she should have had a clear murderous intent. I mean, she choked her out and then bludgeoned her to death.
She probably...
You can?
But Girl E was also killed by someone on the... I might as well ask just in case.
I can only think of that guy. I wonder which of these is a guy.
I see! It should have been Guy F.
A scenario where Guy F murders Girl E out of a burning, hellfire desire to avenge his murdered sister.
But Guy F is... What? It's just a story in a video game, isn't it? That's all you can say. If that game is telling the truth, it'd be a huge problem for you.
Hey, clear this up for me. Those of you who appeared as characters in the game,
Do you remember this incident?
That is... I'm terribly sorry, but...
They don't remember. That's obvious. Because their school memories were, like, totally stolen.
Even if I don't remember, I already know. It's obvious that guy is the killer. No one would kill a nice person like Mahiru besides a piece of shit menace to society like Fuyuhiko. Girl Eve and Mahiru were killed by that guy.
You sure do talk a lot of shit. Well, I'm used to it by now.
But does Mahiru's murder have anything to do with that game? Perhaps the two are unrelated.
I can prove it with this. I'm not sure the two events are unrelated. At the very least, the killer has definitely played the game. As proof, Mahiru, who was killed in the beach house, and Girl E, who was killed in the game, were both killed by a blow to the head with a metal bat. There's no way we can ignore that connection.
Someone must have wanted to split her head open the exact same way they avenged the first victim. Hey, why don't you confess already? You're the one who killed Mahiru, right?
You better cut that out right now!
You're dumb enough to believe that stupid game, and that's why you killed her as revenge!
If you keep making up your mind like that, we're just going to go around in circles.
You decided to turn on auto after all, SD.
It's true Fuyuhiko may look
Sorry?
suspicious. But don't you
Turn
think
on
that
auto
seems
for the
obvious?
talking.
Oh, by accident? How the fuck did I
There's
do
a
that?
possibility that it's a trap set by the true killer.
I think it's like tab.
Trap?
That person could be using that
Like I haven't played the PC version, so I don't know the actual button.
Automotive space. Oh yeah, okay.
Are you saying that a completely different killer murdered Mahiru and used the game motive as their cover?
Isn't that what happened, Hiyoko?
Huh?
I hate that I semi-spoiled myself. I know Hyoko's not the killer because I saw different lines on Anime IRL. I'm not counting game yet.
Don't you understand? I'm
Rip.
saying you might be the true killer.
What is this? Like, I can only laugh. What are you even saying, you nasty toilet clogging bitch? What are you saying, you four-eyed troll? Accusing me of killing Mahiru? You're so mean!
Why do you doubt Hyoko?
Do you know where Hiyoko was today? She was at the beach house, the scene of the crime.
But I didn't go to the beach house!
No, that's wrong!
Wait a minute. You should have been at the beach house, Hyoko.
Seriously?
But these footprints in the sand in front of the beach house,
No, that's wrong.
aren't they yours?
I was sure I hit
Ugly
the
footprints. They're
thingies
probably
there.
Nikons based on how ugly they are.
Don't decide that based on ugliness.
Huh. They're not Hiyoko's footprints? That's strange. The footprint I collected from your room matches these footprints perfectly.
Collected?
Plus, the footprint
Almost got blocked by the
away from
Yeah,
by the
it was so close.
talking.
When I did it, I thought I missed.
which means when the owner of these footprints went inside the beach house, they used a different entrance.
A different entrance.
Are you saying when that person went inside the beach house, the body hadn't appeared yet?
The door was still accessible when they went in, and wasn't when they left.
Which means something happened in between those two events.
No, she could have just left
Isn't that right, Hiyoko?
before she got killed.
Ah, I remember now.
So you...
I'm pretty sure you guys already know this, but going for walks in the morning is my daily routine.
I've never heard of that daily routine before.
And that's when I went to the beach house. I went there on my morning walk.
I see. If you went there during your morning walk, that doesn't have anything to do with the case at all.
Don't believe her so easily, dumbass! She's obviously lying!
Huh? It's a lie?
People who call other people liars are usually liars themselves.
So you're saying you're lying?
If you say I'm lying, prove it. Can you even prove that I'm lying? There's no way a bunch of worthless idiots like you guys would be able to do that. I did go to the beach house, but only during my morning walk.
No, that's wrong! Only during your morning walk, huh? Will you still claim that after you take a look at this letter?
That letter!
I see. So Hiyoko was able to arrange a meeting with Mahiru by exchanging letters with her.
What is that letter? I'm serious, I don't know.
Oh, snap! I remember now. I totally saw you.
Well, that's one way to get rid of that. Just
Me and Hajime met up at the diner around 3 p.m. to go to the beach. I saw you about 30 minutes later, so it should have been around 3:30 p.m.
I see. So if she met Mahiru at 2:30 p.m., killed her, then ran away afterward, I think 3:30 p.m. is a reasonable time for you to have witnessed Hiyoko.
You're wrong! You're totally wrong!
Now that you mention it, you also passed by the diner, Fuyuhiko. So you should have seen Hiyoko too, right?
No, I didn't. It's just a coincidence that I passed by the diner. I wasn't even paying attention to the beach house. I went straight back to my cottage after I saw you guys. I didn't see anyone during that time.
For some reason, that sounds suspicious too.
It's the truth. Deal with it.
Just leave him alone. It'd be a waste of time to question him any further. Anyway, that letter in Kazuichi's testimony says it all. You were meeting up with
Who says
Mahiru
the-
at the beach house.
Who says the letter was actually written by Hiyama?
Seriously?
Yoko.
I don't know! I didn't even write that letter! I'm telling the truth! I really don't know!
Is she really crying? Or is she faking it?
She's probably faking it.
We can assume she summoned Mahiru with the... That's why she wrote a letter to let her know where to meet, so the others
Yeah,
wouldn't
because
find
you
out.
totally sign a letter and you plan to kill. The fuck?
And then
Does
you
not
went
make
ahead
sense.
to the beach house. There's evidence for that too.
Here!
The place where Hiyoko was hiding. Are you talking about the closet?
Yes, that's right. The gummy candy we found on the floor is the evidence.
Here.
Hiyoko, your favorite candy is gummies, correct?
What's a gummy?
Hiyoko, who summoned Mahiru to the beach house, hid inside the closet like a familiar. When she saw her chance, she attacked her like an evil spirit and left the beach house like a swift wind.
But Hiyoko miscalculated that Mahiru's body would be blocking the door at that time. Because of that, she was only able to leave from the beachside door and ended up leaving her footprints.
We have...
It's a trap! This is obviously someone's trap!
Who's someone? Whose trap is it?
It must be that one person! The one with the mask? There was a suspicious mask at the beach house, right?
You're the one who wore that mask.
There's no way I'd wear such a childish mask! Is your brain fried or something?
That is right. It cannot be Hyoko. That mask belongs to Sparkling Justice.
Huh?
That mask says it all, which means the legendary serial...
Why, you... If you continue...
Don't blame Miss Sonia.
Yoko, why don't you just admit it already?
It's all in your heads! Oh, why can't you understand? I'm not the killer!
I shall render my verdict upon this mystery's conclusion. Hiyoko is the sinner who killed Mahiru!
I'm telling you, it's a trap!
There's no doubt! You went to the beach house, right?
That is...
And weren't you also hiding in the closet? So that's when you dropped the gummy.
You waited for your chance to kill Mahiru. And afterward, you fled from the beach house.
At the time, the door facing the road was blocked by the body. So you were forced to flee from the beachside entrance.
And that's how you left your footprints!
I shall render my verdict. Hiyoko is the...
There's no doubt you went to the beach house. And weren't you also... So that's when you waited for your chance. And afterward, you fled.
At the time, the door was blocked by the body. So you were forced to...
And that's how you left your footprints!
Damn it, I just...
I shall render my verdict. Hiyoko is the...
There's no doubt you went to the beach house. And weren't you also... So that's when you waited for your chance. And afterward, you fled.
At the time, the door was blocked by the
What are
body.
the two investigations?
Oh god damn it. No, yeah,
I shall render
gummy
my
bag,
verdict upon this
footprints,
mystery's conclusion.
trash can.
Hiyoko
Yellow
is the
gummy.
sinner who killed Mahiru!
I'm telling you, it's a trap!
There's no doubt! You went to the beach house, right?
And weren't you also hiding in the closet? So that's when you dropped the gummy.
You waited for your chance to kill Mahiru. And afterward, you fled from the beach house.
At the time, the door facing the road was blocked by the body. So you were forced to flee from the beachside entrance.
And that's how you left your footprints!
Yeah, try
I
that,
shall
I
render
guess.
my verdict. Hiyoko is the...
There's no doubt you went to the beach house. And weren't you also... So that's when you waited for your chance. And afterward, you fled.
At the time,
This is
the
not
door
it,
was
I have no
blocked by-
clue.
So you were forced to...
And that's how you left your footprints!
Oh god damn it, why is it? It's wrong as well.
I shall render my verdict upon this mystery's conclusion. Hiyoko is the sinner who killed Mahiru!
I'm telling you, it's a trap!
There's no doubt! You went to the beach house,
What are you thinking? Clue?
I have, like the one thing I can see is that they don't have to leave.
And weren't you also hiding in the closet? So that's when you dropped the gummy.
You waited for your chance to kill
think I
Mahiru.
remember
And afterward, you fled from the...
At the time, the door was blocked by the body. So you were forced to flee from the beachside entrance.
And that's how you left your footprints!
Yeah, just give me a clue. I have no... Like what
I
the...
think it's a pretty sweet trial.
I
There's
shall
nothing
render
wrong
my
with
verdict
gummies.
upon this mystery's conclusion.
Yeah. So you might agree.
Hiyoko is the sinner who killed...
I'm telling you, it's a...
There's no doubt!
Then again, I'm
You went
totally
to the
guessing.
beach
I don't
house,
remember.
right?
And weren't you also... So that's when you dropped the gummy.
No, that's wrong.
What? I have no clue why this is wrong, but...
About that gummy, did Hyoko really drop it?
The only one childish enough to eat gummies is that midget over there.
You're a midget too, you know.
It's true Hyoko likes to eat gummies, but she only eats a specific brand.
The brand of gummies you eat only have strawberry, melon, grape, and orange flavors, right?
Huh? The gummy at the...
Huh? That gummy is... It's not mine! The ones I eat don't have any yellow gummies!
What? That's right. None of the gummy bags in her
Okay,
cottage
so I
had any
never
yellow
connected
ones.
that because I assumed the orange gummy was... Or orange flavored gummy was yellow for some reason.
There you go.
Then we can't assume Hiyoko is the one who dropped that yellow gummy.
See? Didn't I... Damn it! I'll get my revenge! I'm gonna...
Hold on, you little bitch. You think you're in the clear just because of a little gummy? Don't be stupid. I'm not done backing you into a corner yet. We're not done with Hyoko yet.
There's still a huge piece of evidence left.
You're talking about the footprints near the beach house, right?
It's true, that's an important piece of evidence. And we can thank Mahiru for it!
What does that mean? Mahiru used her last ounce of strength and blocked the door to the road. Thanks to her, we have the evidence we need.
That's wrong. I left those footprints during my morning walk.
We're not done with Hio. There's still a huge...
You're talking about the footprints.
It's true, that's an... And we can thank
What is that? Mahiru used her last ounce of strength and...
No, that's wrong.
Mahiru didn't block the door. Her death was instant.
Instant death?
According to my autopsy, yes, there's no doubt that Mahiru died instantly.
If you keep making
Ryuhiko, you cannot do that.
I'm pretty sure her death was instant, too. I mean, her injury was only a single blow. That's why Mahiru isn't the one who blocked the door. Someone else used her body to block it.
Someone else?
The killer, of course. They're the one who blocked the door with Mahiru's body. That's why there were bloody drag marks left on the floor.
But why did the killer block the door?
Just ask Kyoko. She's the killer.
Let's assume Hiyoko is the killer. Wouldn't that mean she's also the one who dragged the body? If she handled a body that bloody, I think her clothes or skin would have been stained with blood.
Huh? She was clean.
See? I told... Yay! With...
I won't let you look down on me! We haven't decided that yet!
Hey, Fuyuhiko. Why do you keep insisting that Hyoko is the killer?
Shut up! I'm
How do I do this again?
Up and down, slicing.
How the fuck do I slice again?
Like, words are...
WASD.
If Mahiru didn't block the
Do
door,
up, down, left, right, diagonal.
Then
shift,
Hiyoko
diagonals
did
are a
it.
pain.
she killed Mahiru and blocked the door with her body. Hyoko is the only killer I can think of.
I think
Yeah, you have
You
to
get
cut
mini
through
game
everything.
yet.
If
Yeah,
Mahiru
you have to
Yeah,
cut
yeah,
through
yeah.
everything.
then Hyoko did it. She killed Mahiru and blocked the door with her body. Hyoko is the only killer I can think of.
If Hyoko moved the body, then she should be covered in blood.
So what, dumbass? There's a shower room inside after she moved the body.
Remember, we got that buffed up sword,
She just washed
so
it
you'll hit
off in
harder.
the shower. The fact that Hyoko was at the beach can be proven by the footprint. Did you get all that, you bastard? So what, dumbass? There's a shower
I think
room
if you
inside the
match it
after
up with
she
the little
moved
circle in the
body.
top
She
left,
just washed
it
off
does
in
more
the
damage.
shower. Allow
Yeah,
me
you
to
have
cut
to
through
time
those
the
words.
orange ones, you have to time the statement up and slice it.
Now, washing it off in the shower is impossible, because the shower in the beach house was out of order.
I'm terribly sorry.
Then
Allow me to
maybe
cut
she
through
took...
those words.
Are you saying I...
She wasn't wearing clothes at all. Her clothes fused to her body. You probably can't dress that by yourself.
I see.
Just can't, yeah.
Listen to me, Fuyuhiko. Hyoko mentioned this before. Which means Hyoko can't change by herself. It's impossible for her to put on and take off her clothes.
I mean, she could have lied about that. We don't know. She doesn't have a reason to, but she could have.
Oh yeah, she couldn't even...
Oh, fuck.
Wasn't changing...
Let's reread that.
Yes, if you broke the rules, I'm pretty sure Monokuma wouldn't have kept quiet.
Damn right! I'm such a stickler for the rules that even safari park rangers want nothing to do with me.
If she didn't change her clothes, then what did Hiyoko do with the blood that got on her?
Like I've been saying, the blood wasn't on me in the first place, because I never touched Mahiru's body.
Hey, if you think about it the other way around, does that mean whoever was covered in blood is suspicious? Because if so,
Didn't I tell you that was because I got beat up by Coach Nekomaru?
I can attest to that. If I hadn't gotten that rough with her, she never would have backed down.
Doubting me, of all people. You got some nerve. All right, I'll bend your body in half so you're stuck in a bowing position for the rest of your life.
That actually sounds pretty cool!
The hell it does!
Hey, more if it's okay that I'm not the killer?
Oh god, I suddenly have an idea who the killer is. It's Mrs. Ultimate Princess. She wore a wetsuit to cover up all the stuff. She was late. So
Yeah,
that's my
seems
suspect
like
for
it.
now.
See?
Who's your
I already
suspect now?
told you.
Ultimate Princess.
There's no way I'd kill Mahiru.
Sonia Nevermore.
Because
Your choice has
Mahiru
been
taught
noted.
me how to wear a kimono, and she was very, very kind.
Sorry, what you said? Didn't hear you. Strong?
Hmm?
What did you say? I didn't hear it.
Your choice has been noted.
Oh, okay.
There's no way I would kill a nice person like her. Why wouldn't you believe me earlier? You guys are stupid.
Hyoko, please don't cry. Everything is fine now, right?
Shut the hell up, pig barf. I hope you get a hangnail and die.
I'm sorry for being pig barf.
Hey, Hiyoko. Now that our suspicions have been addressed, can you tell us the truth?
Huh?
Even though you're not the killer, you still went to the beach house, right?
Like I said,
Yeah, I got...
I would like to know too. It might lead to some kind of clue.
fine. You want me to talk, huh? Earlier this morning, Mahiru was the one who came up to me. She asked if we could meet up later.
Huh? But didn't you say earlier...
Damn it! So that was a lie? Cause I thought it'd be doubted if I admitted it. So I figured it was better not to say anything.
So, what was your answer to Mahiru's invitation?
I told her it was fine. I mean, I didn't have a reason to say no. Unlike everyone else here, Mahiru was someone I wasn't embarrassed to be seen with.
You always have to say something snide.
At the time, we were supposed to meet around 2 p.m., but around noon, there was a letter inside my mailbox.
A letter?
Yeah, this one. I saw this letter and went to the beach house at that time.
Shit, I wanted to look at the details, but I interpreted the button wrong.
Crap!
Rip.
Hmm?
I can prove it with this.
I did it again.
This letter. Doesn't it look like its contents are different from the letter Mahiru had? Mahiru's letter said to meet at 2:30 p.m. But in Hyoko's letter...
Whoa! The meeting times are off.
It's also strange that both letters wanted to change their meeting spot to the beach house. It would be plausible if one of them said it, but for both letters to say the same...
Hyoko, since you wrote it, what do you think? Like I said, I never wrote the letter. How many times do I have to tell you?
Why not both letters?
I see! The killer must have forged both letters.
The killer forged them so they could manipulate their actions. Yeah,
That seems very likely. In fact, confirmed! Just as I assumed, the handwriting is the same. The content of the letters matches too.
Like this part. I was going... This part. It seems there's someone who wants to interfere with our meeting. And this part. Let's keep it a secret. Until then, let's try not to see each other for a while.
The killer...
In doing so, they were able to control Hyoko and Mahiru to do their bidding, like a netherworld puppeteer.
So they completely tricked me. And then...
really? I've offered to help so many times. It's all my fault. I'm so ashamed of being unreliable.
Here we go again. Once we can just lightly punch him to death later.
So based on what the letter said, you went to the beach house at 2 p.m., right, Hyoko?
What's most important is what happened afterward. What on earth happened there?
I fell asleep. Why'd you fall asleep? It's not like I wanted to. I think I was forced to get a whiff of some kind of medicine. That medicine. I thought that place seemed unsafe.
If you were aware of that from the start, you should have done something about it.
I'm sorry. When I woke up, I was inside a small closet, and when I rushed out, I saw Mahiru's body.
And that's why you ran out of the beach house in such a panic!
I was scared.
Shouldn't... Oh wait, the whole witness thing only happens when 3 different people see the body, right? Or was that only in the first game? The announcement?
Mm-hmm.
The announcement that a body has been found is only when 3 people find it, right?
Yeah, that's the same here.
Yeah, okay. So, the killer, Hyoko, and then whoever was third. Who was third? Who originally found the body?
Will probably be discussed later in the trial.
Because whoever that was is innocent.
The killer probably planned to frame... And for that reason, they summoned Hyoko before Mahiru, put her to sleep, and shoved her inside the closet.
So their reason for blocking the door with Mahiru's body was to make Hyoko leave her footprints as evidence.
Everything. That's horrible. I didn't.
Hyoko, please do not cry. We believe you.
Is it really okay to believe her so easily? She might be...
This'll never end if you keep being so suspicious.
Isn't that what a class trial is all about? The only way to survive is to be suspicious. This is where we go to thoroughly doubt each other. So if you believe in each other so easily, then there's definitely something wrong with you.
You're wrong, Fuyuhiko. We aren't supposed to doubt each other here. We're supposed to work together. The class trial is where we cooperate with each other, work hard, and aim for victory. The killer and everyone else. 2 hopes attempting to grasp the one true hope. 2 hopes clashing with each other is poetry in motion. That is what a class trial should be.
Seriously, which side are you on?
I'm on the side of the absolute hope that can overcome any despair. And I believe that absolute hope exists at the point where 2 hopes clash.
Your stance is neither white nor black, but gray. And you do not yearn for your life, or even for victory.
Jeez, I wish he'd just side with the end.
Let's stop. Believing every little thing Nagito says is a waste of time.
Yeah, we need to...
There should be a new clue contained in what Hyoko has told us. So, let us believe Hyoko's words and discuss it once again with
Yep. The debate proceeds when you assume you can believe each other. Good job. That's the right way. That's the splendid power of teamwork. Hey, what do you think of that, Monokuma? I'm not gonna let you have the outcome you want. Hey, whoa, he's sleeping.
Dumbasses. You bastards don't know anything. If you're stupid enough to trust each other, the only thing waiting for you is the bitter truth.
Well now.
Hey!
Okay, they actually spoil it now. That'd be fucking hilarious.
Correct! You say Nanu in German when you're surprised.
No, you don't. What?
I'm mon ami, and my heart is throbbing like crazy right now. To think that the person who killed the wonderful Mahiru Koizumi is in this room. Impossible! Impossible! Oh, I can't do anything. Everyone do your best. Don't lose to yourselves, and don't forget to save regularly.
Well, now that we've decided to believe Hyoko, now what?
If the killer was luring Hyoko into
Do you mean the letter?
No.
Huh?
Hey, when you woke up,
Now that you
just as I thought,
Just as you thought?
if the killer planted evidence while Hyoko was there, she would have thrown it away if she found it.
Which means the
The killer returned to the scene of the crime? After I left?
They wouldn't have to do something that troublesome as long as they hid somewhere within the beach house.
That's impossible! There's nowhere to hide! I even glanced inside the shower room as I was running.
Then, does that mean...
At any rate, the solution to that problem.
That's it. I'm going to zone out.
Important minigame is in this one, apparently. I like your little No More Heroes life bar on the bottom there. Recommend keeping the gas at all times.
Keeping the what at all time?
The gas, like, going...
Always accelerate?
Yeah.
Why? There's time limit?
Then I think you get more points if you do it faster.
Ah shit, I missed the thing. I think I made it. Oh nope. Oh wait. was hiding in the beach house. What?
Nice job trying to make that jump.
I'm like, hey, I'm just gonna try anyway.
It's all coming together.
Okay, sorry for zoning out for a while. I finally came
The
back.
killer might have been hiding.
You spent all that time thinking didn't I just say there was nowhere to hide?
Her personality got a hell.
No, there should have been a place.
What are you saying? Stop being...
I don't fucking know.
Crap!
You were not looking under the bench. The hell? She was in the closet.
Crap! Crap! Crap!
You're just trying every spot.
Yeah, right
aren't
now
you?
I'm trying every spot because my theory was not correct.
Crap!
Where else, like, you've tried literally everything. Where else could they be hiding?
What the hell?
Surfboard case?
Killer was probably hiding
Oh,
in the closet.
right. Fuck.
The closet?
After you woke up, you said you... And you probably didn't look inside the closet very carefully.
But could two people even hide in such a small...
That's why the killer made sure to...
Yeah.
Here! What about the surfboard case in the closet? I'm pretty sure they could have hidden in there.
Huh? But the shelf it was on... 2 surfboards were stacked on the top shelf. And there were surfboards that weren't even in a case. The killer probably did that on purpose because we haven't been on this island that long. So...
Then... the...
Yeah, they were quietly holding their breath and hiding very close to you.
It's kind of like in for a penny, in for a pound.
Don't you mean it's always darkest under the lighthouse?
I shouldn't say things like...
Anyway, the killer hid silently, and after making sure Hiyoko left, they finally left the surfboard case.
I agree with that as well.
Seriously, nobody asked what you think.
There's no way the killer would leave Hiyoko by herself if they were trying to frame her. If Hiyoko was left alone and ruined the evidence the killer had planted, it would have messed up their plan. Instead, it makes more sense to think that the killer was hiding in the beach house, watching Hiyoko.
Saying whatever you want, even if we... All right, if you don't want to friggin' get punched, oh, you shut up.
Sorry, Akane. Hey, Monokuma.
I believe Prince Shotoku was from the future.
I'll listen to your story about men from the future some other time. As I recall, the body discovery announcement is made when 3 or more people. Is the killer also in...
Yeah, that's true, but, well, something like that is basically what it's supposed to be.
You don't sound very articulate.
Jeez! Yep, I know it sounds like an excuse, but the body discovery announcement isn't supposed to be used for deduction. It's intended to create a fair trial. It's supposed to let everyone know a body has been found.
So you're saying it's unfortunate that I used it for deduction? I understand your excuse, but depending on who actually found the body, it's possible that your 3 or more people rule could be deadly.
Well, as long as I keep things ambiguous, I can respond to situations with some flexibility.
Flexibility? So what about this time?
Jeez, fine, fine! You want me to say it? It doesn't include the killer this time, okay? All done.
Which means 3 people other than the killer discovered Mahiru's body.
What's wrong with that?
Nothing. I just thought it was...
You're the one who went on...
We were just...
And after Hyoko ran away...
However, before we proceed any further, the killer blocked the roadside door with...
Now that you mention it...
It's going to be all right. If you... Now, let... What did the killer do with the blood on their body?
Maybe they simply washed it off.
They couldn't use the shower, right? So washing it off would have been impossible.
They didn't have to use the shower.
Oh, what about the wetsuits in the closet? Maybe they wore one when they moved the body.
If they used something other than the shower...
What did they do with the bloody wetsuit?
They cut it up and floosh.
As someone who flushes their shit every morning, I can declare it would definitely clog the toilet!
Maybe it's the other way around? Perhaps someone other than the killer moved the body?
Maybe they were able to wash it off.
What did the killer do with the blood?
Maybe they simply...
They couldn't use the shower, so washing it off would have been impossible.
They didn't have to use...
What about the wetsuits in the closet? Maybe they wore one when they moved the body.
If they used something other than the shower...
What did they do with the bloody wetsuit?
They cut it up and...
As someone who flushed, it would definitely clog...
Maybe it's the other... Perhaps someone other...
Maybe they were able to wash it off.
What did the killer do with...
Maybe they simply...
They couldn't use the so washing it off would have been impossible.
No, that's wrong!
If they just needed to wash off the blood, they didn't necessarily have to use the shower. They could have just as easily used something else.
Something other than the shower. Like what?
I see!
Drinks inside the refrigerator. Couldn't the killer have used those to wash off the blood?
I've seen through it. In theory, but that's impossible.
Why?
Try to remember the refrigerator carefully, and then you will understand that there's no possible way the drinks in the refrigerator were used. It's true there were drinks in the beach house refrigerator. However, try think one bottle drink wouldn't be enough to wash off the blood. It's true there were drinks in the beach house refrigerator. However,
You have to do a swords
try
fight with the
think
swords
one
one.
bottle wouldn't be enough to wash off the blood.
I can't back down!
We can't assume they used just one drink. They could have used a bunch of them to wash it off.
Didn't I say it was impossible? There were no water bottles in the refrigerator.
Allow me to cut through those words. Oh, there were water bottles inside the refrigerator.
How many times do I...
That was after the incident, right? But before the incident, there were water bottles in the fridge. And the killer took all of those water bottles and used them to wash the blood off their body.
So you're saying the water bottles were gone?
It's not a fallacy. There should have been evidence inside the trash can. Evidence like a lot of thrown away plastic water bottles. Isn't that right, Chiaki?
Ah, you're right. These bottles look like they may have been filled with water.
Well, now that you mention it, When I went to the beach house a few days ago, I feel like I drank one of those plastic water bottles.
Then, the plastic water bottles were used in place of a shower. Dousing your body with lots of water bottles is such a simple and easy...
It seems you've realized. See?
Is that true?
Let me act.
It's obviously Teru. No, okay.
Damn it!
What? What's the law? Okay, let me check that. Oh, I can't.
Do you remember?
No, I don't.
Do you want that clue? Don't give the
No.
clue.
No, don't give me any clues.
Okay.
Akane was still bloody. You still have fucking stains, so it's obviously you know.
It's weird how this one's roughing you up.
It is kind of throwaway detail though earlier on, which is what I think makes this stick so
Yeah.
cool.
Damn it!
It was you.
It was me, Austin. It was me all
Why
along.
the...
Did us make you a dumb wrestling joke, Kill?
It doesn't make sense for any of them.
It makes perfect sense.
Do you want a hint?
Oh,
It does
wait.
make.
You're the only one!
Think about it.
Pecco. Is it you?
Yep.
There you go.
What are you being Then I should ask you this.
Bingo.
Why do you believe I'm
Gotta remember those details.
I remember when we were
tiny
all meeting up to
deeds.
go to the beach. If the killer really did wash the blood off with water bottles, they'd have to drench their... But there were no towels in the beach house. And it would... So you said you went swimming so you'd have a cover story.
Don't just state. Hold on, you bastard! You saw her at the diner. You never saw her near the beach house, right? So maybe she really was swimming.
No one even saw her swimming.
No, I saw her.
Huh?
After I ran into you bastards at the diner, I crossed paths with her on my way home. So there's no doubt.
Hold on. That's strange. You told me you didn't see any...
Not. We haven't established how the killer was able to.
Now that you...
The roadside door was blocked. And if it's... Then how the...
why are you up?
Who cares about that?
We might have an...
Do you really?
Well, if Pecco is...
I see. Then let's hear this alleged method of escaping the beach house.
First, let's establish how...
I see! If the roadside and beachside doors aren't an option... Well, nothing really. Except that small window in the shower room.
Huh. Don't you know how...
But what if...
She might have reached it by riding someone's shoulders.
Is it possible an object was...
And what happened to the rope after they used it?
Of course not.
prohibited.
You see? There's no way they'd be able to...
No. Chiaki, don't fall asleep.
You did? I thought... I see. You don't... Huh? Pekka was... And if you say she hid it in her... No!
I honestly don't know right now.
Hangman's Gambit.
No,
I think these ones are
that
hardest.
is not how that is used. Fuck. Wait. What I was going for doesn't even fit.
Rip.
Bamboozled, confirmed.
Confirmed bamboozle.
Really
Pretty
throwing
sure
those
I
bees
already
at you.
I would like to know what you're trying to spell.
I have no clue. I was going for bathing suit, but that doesn't fit, and now I'm confused.
You were very close with bamboozled. I'll say that much.
Yeah, bamboozle was pretty close.
That already tells me enough, so...
Bam Bam Bigelow.
No, why did I click that?
You fucked up.
You done goofed. Nice cough. Nice cough. Bambo. You got it. I think he has it.
There you
Yeah,
go.
I have it.
Bambo.
Have the whole thing?
Yeah, I got it. Bamboo sword.
Yeah.
There you go. She did. Akane did say that you could do it. You could escape like a ninja.
Yeah. Oh, why did I do that? Okay, thank you again. Oh, time's up. Fuck.
Oh shit, he's gonna run out of time.
You ran out of time!
Oh god! Feel over this. Oh. Why is there a minute fucking timer on the retrial?
We will never give up.
Fuck.
Oh,
The feel when you run out.
Yeah. It doesn't because
Spell bamboozle again. Slow down, dude. Taking a lot of hits.
they don't die.
I won't die. Look at my health. God damn it. Keep messing up my controls. Oh shit, I accidentally skipped the text.
Despite the fact that you had a swimsuit on, you were still wearing your bamboo.
Are you saying she
There
used-
you go. Now you got
I
it.
use that bamboo sword as a step.
415 points. Oh,
I
no,
knew it.
551,485.
Didn't I tell ya? A ninja could have climbed. Ninjas
Oh,
know a
pff.
climbing trick where they
fucking much
lean their
further.
sword against a wall and use the handguard as a step stool. Whoa!
Wait, are you playing the game again?
Sonia, ninjas only exist in Japan.
Well,
Confused.
it is a bamboo sword.
Well, Pecco, do you have it?
Rip, I was gonna go for tech. Becca more.
Yeah, I only have seen this thing in that thing. I only use keeper
Oh.
time.
Hold on a sec, you bastard! You're
Otherwise,
saying
we'll
she
use it.
used her... It would have been left in...
Fuyuhiko?
Why the fuck are you crushing me?
Got proof, you bastard? That's obviously impossible! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Don't fuck with me! Got proof, you bastard? Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Don't fuck with me! Got proof, you bastard? That's obviously impossible! Bastard! Got proof, you bastard? I'll sell your fucking organs! You're pissing me off! You're pissing me off! Bastard!
How every other word out of her mouth is bastard.
Shut up! If she used the bamboo sword as a step stool, it would have been left behind!
You just like jamming on both buttons of your mouth? I'll sell your fucking organs.
she used the bamboo sword as a step stool, it would have been left behind!
I'm good at English, trust me.
Bam.
Is that?
Shut up! Don't fuck with me!
Fucked you up with the meat on the bone.
That's
Also, Aries back.
impossible!
Hi, Harry.
Bastard! If she used the bamboo sword as a step, this is the end.
No, he's just foreign.
Might be, I don't know.
No, I'm not dyslexic.
Bamboo bag.
Bamboo bag sword.
If she
Sword
used her
bag.
bamboo
I'm
sword as a
just
step
static
stool,
controls.
she could have recovered it with her sword bag.
No, bamboo sword bag. That's fantastic.
When she leaned her sword against the wall to use as a step stool, she
bag.
tied her
Right, she
sword
played
back.
this like when you activate Fever Time, you're playing it like I played Mario Party. Bam sword bag. Bam sword boo bag.
Bam sword boo bag.
And after she climbed up
And
to the
then you
window,
all tabbed.
as long as she hauled the bag up toward
Yeah,
her,
I had to read what Harry was saying.
she would have been able to recover her bamboo sword.
I see. Not Akane said she's like a ninja. Simply put, only Peko could have even. How disappointing. If you'd only let me work. You don't got it.
It's. I said it's fine.
Among flowers, the cherry blossom. Among men, very well. If you had...
Agreed. Can it wait until after the voting?
This is important, and it relates.
My mode.
In the end, you had no connection to the events depicted in Twilight Syndrome murder case, right? Then, why did you kill Mahiru?
So it's about that. I must say, it was for the sake of justice.
Just
In order to protect the justice of this world. I do not sully my hands to satisfy personal grudges. There is only for the sake of protecting justice. Justice is what makes humans Justice is the eternal sun. And the hello! If justice ever disappeared
I
from
feel like
this
I'm watching
world,
that fucking Uther video again. Justice, justice, justice.
Justice
the world
reigns
would
from
immediately
above.
freeze, and people. I will not allow.
It's fine.
Justice must always be. So I must fight. This is as the light of justice. Justice complete. The center of justice. That would be me. Sparkling justice. Now then, let's execute justice!
What the fuck?
I am sparkling justice in the name of sparkling shine.
What's going on? Everyone, please. Sparkling Justice is a clad in her various hero masks. She is a.
Where the fuck she pulled that just back mask out of?
Justice? This mask is the dividing line, just like various idols. Justice should also be the same.
I don't get it.
This is... Hey, take a look! This, huh?
So what's your answer to my...
This world must always... Evil must be eliminated immediately. No matter what.
Evil?
If you knew about that incident...
And because of that, I was able to find the killer's accomplice hiding on this island like a sewer rat.
Then...
In order to protect justice and...
Holy crap!
Peko.
My true, it just shows my determination. I'm willing to become anybody.
I can't...
Let's go over this incident.
The fuck did you just post, Harry?
Where'd she post it?
She posted some lewd memes.
Actually, I have to go open loot memes.
Loot, loot. Shit, now you're gonna have a blackout.
Oh my god, what is this?
The video?
What the fuck?
Fucking goddamn anime. Mistake.
Anime was a mistake. Jesus Christ, man.
And now you gotta do this minigame that you hate.
I love this minigame.
I do too, but
It's not too bad, but the first time when I didn't get it, it was really
Yeah.
annoying.
That picture of Hiyoko in the bottom left is suspect as fuck.
a little bit. Stock 3. That's the same picture.
Last stock.
Here's everything that happened in this case. The incident began this morning when Mahiru spoke to Hiyoko. Mahiru most likely played Twilight Syndrome Murder Case, the video game provided to us as the motive. She probably wanted to discuss it with someone else who also appeared in the game as a character. Hiyoko accepted Mahiru's invitation, and they promised to have a more detailed conversation about it later. However, someone
And at least it
else
lets you,
overheard their
like,
exchange.
it has
The
you
killer-
finish the thing first before the whole thing starts.
What?
The killer
Like,
eavesdropped on their
you have to
conversation
actually complete the
and
thing
used
for
their
the
promise
before the
to
comic
devise a
starts.
specific murder plan. By preparing a specific item, they plan to manipulate the two's actions. That item was the letters. They sent fake letters to both Mahiru and Hiyoko. The letter Mahiru received told her to come, and the letter Hiyoko received told her to come to the beach house at exactly 2 p.m. By providing different times, the killer was able to lure them to the beach house. Hiyoko totally trusted that letter, showed up at the beach house at 2 p.m., just like it said, and was drugged into unconsciousness by the killer lying in wait. After putting Hiyoko to sleep, the killer immediately hid her inside the closet so they could frame her as the killer later. At 2:30 p.m., Mahiru arrived at the beach house. She was completely unaware that she'd been targeted for murder. Approaching her from behind, the killer struck the defenseless Mahiru with a specific weapon, the metal bat that was left at the scene of the crime. The bat was brought down onto the back of Mahiru's head, and with that, she took her last breath. According to Mikan's autopsy, Mahiru died instantly, so she probably never knew who killed her. With that, the killer achieved their goal of killing Mahiru and began to tamper with the crime scene. They dragged Mahiru's body so that it blocked the door leading to the road. Also, the mask found at the scene of the crime was something the killer personally left. I'm not really sure why. My guess is it's something similar to a calling card. That's how the crime scene we discovered was created. However, by moving Mahiru's body, the killer got blood splatter on them. Plus, the shower room had no water because it was out of order, so they couldn't wash it off. But the killer expected something like that to happen. Instead of the shower, the killer used something else to wash the blood off their body. They used plastic water bottles that were inside the beach house refrigerator. We can assume they carried the bottles to the shower room before the sequence of events had happened. In place of showering, they washed the blood off their body with water bottles instead. However, they had no choice but to dispose of the empty bottles in the beach house's trash can. Littering is against the rules, and it would have taken too much time to throw them away somewhere else. After the killer washed off the blood, they hid in a specific spot inside the closet Hiyoko was in. The killer hid inside the surfboard case that they had already emptied beforehand. After some time had passed, the sleeping drug used on Hiyoko wore off, and she woke up. I can imagine how badly Hiyoko must have panicked when she came out of the closet. I mean, she made plans to see Mahiru, who lay dead right in front of her. From the shock and panic of being considered a murder suspect, Hiyoko fled from the beach house. Because of that, she left footprints in the sand. Everything was a trap set by the killer to frame her. After Hiyoko left, the killer finally came out of the surfboard case and placed a gummy that they brought with them to shift our suspicion toward Hiyoko. Ironically, placing that gummy is what helped clear our suspicion toward Hiyoko. Finally, the killer began preparing to escape from the beach house. They couldn't risk leaving their footprints in the sand, so they escaped the beach house using a different route, the small window in the shower room. However, that window is rather high up and can't be reached easily, which is why the killer used the bamboo sword they always carry with them. The killer took the bamboo sword out of its bag, tied the bag to the sword's handle, and used the sword as a step stool to reach the small window while holding the sword bag in their hand. As long as they're able to reach the window, all they had to do was pull the bag to retrieve the sword. And so the killer left the beach house and appeared before us as if nothing had happened. But their wet hair and swimsuit didn't dry right away. There also weren't any towels at the beach house. So when the killer met up with us, they said they had been swimming for a while as an excuse. So how about it? This is the truth behind the incident you caused. Isn't that right, Heko Pekoyama?
I see. And what of it? She's like totally cool with it. I haven't done anything to be ashamed of. What's wrong? I punished evil in the name of justice. That's no reason to condemn me.
Whatever. Let's hurt.
There's no way. Justice can never be killed. You should all know that as well. To protect what's most important to you, you must be prepared to throw away something equally important. Understand? Then I shall be direct. Justice must carry on. In order to keep justice, to keep me alive, you all must give up your lives.
Are you serious?
It's not serious. It's justice. If I fall here, who will combat the evils of this world? Now, follow your hearts of justice that reside within you all, and save my life to protect justice. Hurry and carry on justice.
Give me a break!
If we let... For the sake of grand justice, a few sacrifices are unavoidable. Don't worry. The justice that you give your life to protect will never go to waste.
I can't stand it.
Monokuma, the...
I've heard your story. Now then, please, who will be chosen as the Blackened?
Pardon me, can we please have... Pardon...
Continue our discussion.
Yes, but
Strange.
that...
As a serial killer enthusiast,
Hey, Miss Sonia isn't a serial...
That makes her an enthusiast.
honestly, it felt... There's a distinct difference between what we know about sparkling justice and Petco, right? You know, Sonia just...
Justice complete! The center of justice that is pierced by justice! The lead... That would be...
I see!
That's right.
The article was written in their...
If she had it translated, that means it wasn't written in English, right?
Huh? Yes, the mag is... So, sparkling justice is... Which means the journalist...
From Spain?
What?!
Pecco, you're not spark...
Or, if you insist...
Would you be able to do that?
However, that's end. My duty as a tool.
Uh-huh.
That mask has fulfilled its purpose, just as I have.
What do you mean?
Now that you've already cast your votes, is what it means.
Hey,
I have no purpose. I am just a mere tool.
Tool?
She called herself a tool.
Of course. A tool cannot do anything on its own.
I see.
What do you...
I mean, besides Petco and Hiyoko, someone else was also at the beach house.
Someone else?
There is proof that establishes that fact. Try to remember it. I see!
Are you talking about the body discovery announcement?
Yep, that's right. I mean, didn't Monokuma say so earlier? That announcement is made when at least 3 people, and in this particular case, if that's the case, it would mean only Hiyoko and Kazuichi discovered.
I see.
So that means there was one...
Plus, the fact that Monokuma tried to hide that truth from us by being flexible with his own rules, that's such a vital clue that it could alter the outcome of the trial. Like an accomplice, for example.
No, that's not it.
Huh?
Yes, from your basic way of... That means I'm just a simple tool to be used by that person.
Therefore, that person would have the strongest motive out of anybody else here, right?
You're the only one! Is it Fuyuhiko?
I see. Now I finally...
But even if it's the motive, would you call a game like that?
I can prove it with this! I didn't think it was necessary to confirm it if it didn't have anything to do with Mahiru's murder, but there's no doubt that game is based on actual events. That much is clear if you saw the ending prize. The photos awarded for beating the game are not actual in-game screenshots. They're all actual photos, with the surrounding scenery cropped out. You knew all along, Fuyuhiko, didn't you? You knew whether or not the first victim in the game was actually your little sister, right? Because whoever beat the game first and received the ending prize. It was the envelope, right?
If you were shown a photograph of your sister's dead body, even so, you wanted to...
Hey! Because... But...
That's why I told you. You're all too late. As I said before, I exist as nothing more than a tool. I had no motive for killing Mahiru. No reason to kill. Not even the will to kill. I was simply used as a tool. As long as I am a tool, I cannot defy my orders.
Hey!
It means I'm not the killer. The true killer, who used me as their weapon to kill Mahiru Koizumi, was Fuyuhiko Kuzuryu.
What?
What the hell?
I see. That's what you...
No, I have no aim. But my young master does. My young master planned this from the start.
Young master?
That is the truth of this case. I'm sure you realize it by now, but it's too late.
That's a problem. If Pecco's allegation holds...
In that case...
Just... me?
That's nuts!
How would Pecco... Pecco is a...
That's not for you to decide. It's for Monokuma. The votes have been cast.
What the hell?
Bam, ended again. Just imagine, fucking, just like, yeah, okay, the game just decided that you voted on the wrong person, so you died. The end.
Yeah.
I'm in a bind. I guess for now, let's take a quick...
Get them sweet coins, yo.
Yep.
Hey! Hey! Hey!
I want to finish this trial and I'll head to bed.
Yeah, I'm gonna stop after this trial as well.
You just
Yeah,
don't
once the
know.
execution happens, then you're gonna
Yeah.
pop up. All right.
Yeah. I was supposed to stop like over an hour and a half ago. I wanted to just keep doing
Oh,
this.
that would be a good idea.
I mean, I have no school tomorrow because the teacher is sick and stuff, so eh.
And maybe you can stream more tomorrow too.
Yeah, who knows? Probably not actually.
Hey.
Oh.
No. I am nothing but a tool.
What?
If my young master is attacked, I must defend him as his shield. If he intends to kill, I must be his sword. That is my only reason for living. Before I am human, I am my young master's tool, first and foremost. Until this body of mine can no longer move, I shall fulfill my duty until the very end.
Okay, I like how baby Pecco is already holding a fucking sword.
Yeah, yeah.
That is... nothing.
Huh?
You fiend.
No. I am nothing but a tool.
Damn it.
Don't fuck with me!
You...
So...
But...
Aww. Oh my!
Huh? But...
Are you serious?
Oh...
But... Hey.
What the?
Damn it!
And so...
That is...
Hey,
Why, you...
but...
Why?
Shut the hell up!
What are you saying?
Jeez. Huh?
Young master, I am finished.
What?
Of course!
Be quiet.
Yes, indeed!
It cannot be.
That's obviously wrong.
No.
This is troubling!
I see. Great!
Wrong.
Now then. Huh? Hey. What?
Hold on.
What? Jeez.
Hey.
Huh?
Yeah. Huh?
Yeah. I...
Young master.
Fuck.
Young master!
Hey. Damn it!
Young master, I am finished.
You already know.
I did it because I know. There is no way I can let that happen to you.
Hey, Pekka. Our professional relationship doesn't exist on this island. We're just fellow high school students now. You need to run. Got it? Just let me take the fall so you can get away.
Young master, that is impossible. There is no way I cannot worry about you. I am my young master's tool. A tool to protect my young master. Without an owner, the tool serves no purpose.
God damn it, we are done with that crap! Why won't you listen to what I'm saying?
Regardless, I will not flee. Besides, I'm fairly certain they'll discover the truth soon enough.
Then why did you...
I have a plan.
Huh?
Please do not worry. I promise you. I intend to fulfill my duty as your tool. Now please, go! Hiyoko will be waking up soon. After you leave, I must block the door to the road with Mahiru's body. Hurry!
Damn it. You better run away. Got it? You better escape! Sorry.
Young master...
I'm a disgrace. Echo.
Young master...
Oh, too bad. Why you?
Hey. Jeez. Sorry. Huh?
Young master...
What?
Even so,
Echo.
I am terribly sorry. Goodbye. And please do not cause a senseless killing such as this ever again. I will never feel despair.
So cool.
Young Master Fuyuhiko,
So,
I want you to remember.
jeez.
Thrills, chills, kills.
Why?
Now then, I prepared a very
I never needed a tool. So you didn't need...
Let's give it everything we've got!
You just needed to be yourself. I never wanted a tool. I just wanted you. Only you.
Young Master?
Why?
Let's go!
I need you!
Young Master.
And that is the trial. That trial is the reason why I love Fuyuhiko.
The reason why you love?
Fuyuhiko. That's why he became my favorite character in this game outside of Nagito. The story is so tragic. Hey.
shit, Fuyuhiko actually died.
Damn it.
Oh.
Weird. Such despair. Isn't that right? Listen carefully.
Become as gods. Now that you mention it, yeah, pretty much.
Everyone!
I can't wait for
serious?
the bits of this game.
Come on, Fia, he could just die already.
Do something!
I'm but his blood. He will.
Can't you? God damn it!
You're so stupid.
You stupid brother.
What the heck?
That's wrong.
You fucked up, bro.
Hey, hey. Hey, hey.
Fine. So, like, just leave the rest.
Dr. Kilgood.
We gotta get this patient to the Monokuma. So,
Damn it.
Perhaps.
However,
Fall, my tears.
Wait, Eri, do you mean Life is Strange or Before the Storm? Because Life is Strange is fucking great and you have to play that.
You guys can see it, right? 4 people are already gone. We took our time preparing the Hope Frag. Honestly, whether it's better if we let them leave this island for those kids, but I guess there's no that guy will probably take over our what lies beyond that is the foul and the continuation of the biggest, most that cannot be even if we have everything is